Hello, Aries, and welcome to Fifi and Gigi's Tarot reading. Thank you very much, Aries, for joining me. Hope you're all doing absolutely amazing. So, Aries, today we're going to be looking at finances, love, and career. Let's see what is it that you need to know. What's the heads up, the messages coming to you? So let's have a look. This will be a general reading, but take also what resonates with you, what doesn't resonate with you. You can just leave it behind. Okay. Also, okay, this card's jumped out. What do we have? Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is closely related to finances. It's when either we're afraid of losing money or overspending money. So what can we do with the Four of Pentacles? Remember, the Four of Pentacles, all fours do represent planning. So we've got a plan, we've got a forecast, budget when it comes to our money. Think about this. So in other words, if you are if you're if you're to the point of surviving, not living, then we must approach our finances differently. Then we need to see, okay, what haven't I done yet? What else can I do when it comes to my finances? Okay. Okay. All right, Aries, let's cut the cards. Let's look at the energy behind the deck. What do we have? The Hanging Man, the Six of Wands, and also the Two of Swords. Sometimes it can feel like that we're stuck in life, that we're not moving forward nor backwards. And sometimes with the Hanging Man, this is a great opportunity to do things differently, to adapt, to change, to sacrifice, whatever it takes. There's going to be victory with the Six of Wands. So especially for those that have a side hustle, a business, that are studying, yes, there will be graduation, but it's going to be because of your hard work and your dedication and the fact that you never gave up. So all your hard work is definitely going to be paying off too. Two of Swords, again, sometimes we may be afraid to face certain things. We're afraid to do things differently, afraid to venture out. Yes, the world can be scary. We need to take that risk in life. We need to do what we want to do. Okay. All right. So Aries, the first thing we're going to be looking at is finances. So finances, love, and then career. So we have the Four of Wands and also the Judgment card. This is excellent. So the Four of Wands, something is going to change very, very soon. Literally at your doorstep where you currently live. Four of Wands is news, invitations, some sort of breakthrough is coming through. It could be even an idea. This is why I said with the Hanging Man, think outside the box. You may receive ideas into your head. Do not ignore them because you're going to be making the right judgment call. You're going to make the right decision. And don't forget that the judgment is also when you get an epiphany. You get an idea how to improve your money situation. Do not ignore it. Even the Four of Wands can also suggest it could be employment change, business change. Think of the Four of Wands as all about changes, but these are really good invitations coming your way. And you will make the right judgment call. Now, the judgment call can also suggest someone from your past resurrecting, someone from your past contacting you, saying something. They may put an idea into your head. Pay attention, Aries. Do not ignore it. Because like I said, the judgment, think of the judgment card that you're going to have some sort of breakthrough. And if you don't if you don't take that chance, if you don't act on it, it can be a missed opportunity. So when it comes to money, think about this for a moment. Any ideas, invitations that come your way, any employment change that comes your way, take it, do it. Because this is great. This is a great combination to have. This is something that I definitely want to see. So money is going to improve. There is no money loss, which is amazing. If anything, money is going to improve. You're going to be living more comfortably. Now we're going to be looking at love. Let's look at love for a moment. We have the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. Interesting. The High Priestess, it's using your intuition here, Aries. It's very important that you really listen to your intuition, because sometimes the High Priestess, it shows that someone that you don't know is going to enter your life. This is someone that you haven't met yet that's coming in your life. So I feel like this is more dedicated to those who are single at the moment. So new love is definitely coming up. The High Priestess is telling you, hey, it's okay. You can trust this person. Proceed with caution. Proceed. Be curious what this person has to offer. Now, this person that's coming here, the Queen of Swords, we could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. The sword is pointing up. What does that mean? That means communication. Communication is going to be very important. What this person has to say. What are they offering to? So it's very important that you listen to this person. Of course, they could be single. They could be widowed, separated, divorced. But with the Queen of Swords, can you trust the Queen of Swords? Yes. She's not here to play games with you. She's not here to break your heart. If anything, she means business. But she's bringing a very feminine quality side, a very nurturing side here. Now, do not forget, it does not matter the gender here. What I am saying here, that we're seeing a beautiful nurturing side of someone coming in. Now, even if this was for couples, sometimes the situation with the High Priestess, everything can kind of like seem like everything's up in the air. Nothing's happening. So what do we have to do? We have to listen to our intuition and communicate with our person, not with emotions, but with logic. What is the reality of the situation right now? If there are issues, if there are challenges, we need to deal with it right now, not a moment sooner or later. It needs to be dealt with now, but it needs to be dealt with like the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords does not bring emotions to the table. In traditional tarot, her heart is actually in a cage. You can Google this right now. If you Google the Rider-Waite of Tarot, the Queen of Swords has her heart in a cage, which means that she's approaching this situation with logic. She's looking at the reality. She's being strategic here. So if there are issues in the relationship, secrets, where you feel like, I don't know what's going on with my person, or there's a bit of sus energy, you can definitely approach it with good communication by being logic and strategic. So there is definitely a new love coming in for singles. And for those who are currently in a relationship experiencing a bit of challenges, now is the moment to approach the situation with strategy and logic, not so much with intense emotions. If you're bringing a lot of intense emotions, your person's not going to hear you. Your person's they're going to want to avoid the situation. But if you speak calmly, then they have no other choice but to talk to you. Now we're going to be looking at career now, Aries. We have, excellent, the Chariot, that is Cancer energy, but also the 9 of Swords. Okay, when it comes to career, I feel like there's going to be a change coming that may make you a little bit nervous. This could be change of employment. There could be a change of employment that requires you to travel to a different state, perhaps. And there is a bit of nervous energy. The 9 of Swords is showing that sleepless nights. It almost feels like there's nightmares. It almost doesn't feel right. So, Aries, I'm definitely going to say listen to your gut instinct. If there is changes in employment, like an opportunity coming, but it doesn't feel right, then maybe you are right, Aries. Maybe this isn't a good opportunity, because the 9 of Swords is showing that we're very nervous, or please remember, this could also be our own ego getting in the way. So it's very important that you discern what's really in front of you, the reality, and what's imagined. Please remember that. It's very important because with the Nine of Swords, this could be a situation, our ego getting in the way and telling us something like this: you're not good enough for this role. Are you crazy? No. No way. They're going to find out that you're a loser. You're going to find out that you're not good enough. Can you see what I'm getting at? So the ego can get in the way. The ego wants to try to protect us. That's all it is. So we must understand with the Nine of Swords, what's real versus what's imagined. So we can be our own worst enemy sometimes with the Nine of Swords, because there could be a great opportunity coming here and we may think that we're not good enough. So there's two things that are happening here. There could be a great opportunity to advance your career, but you may feel like it's not for you. It's not what you really want. Or there could be a great opportunity, but you yourself, you're getting in the way. So be honest with yourself and discern what's the real issue here. Because don't forget that the Nine of Swords is about anxiety, nightmares, stress. There's a lot of things happening with the Nine of Swords that are keeping you awake. So what's happening? Thoughts are ruminating over and over again. It's a wheel that keeps turning. We just got to get off that wheel and say to ourselves, okay, let's look at the situation with better eyes, from a different point of view. By doing that, Aries, you will get clarity what to do in terms of your career. But there is definitely change happening here with career. Yes, you will feel nervous, but just stop for a moment. Don't let the emotions feel too charged. Stop for a moment and look at the situation like the Queen of Swords, if you can. Because the swords also represents there's a lot of thoughts happening. There's going to be communication also. So think about communication. There could be meetings. There could even be emails coming through. Communication that you may feel nervous about. So go with the flow. Take things day by day. Let things unfold, because the Chariot is very fast. It's a fast energy. You know, a lot of things can happen all at once. You may or may not be ready for it. That's okay. So be honest with yourself. See if this really does benefit you and go from there. So thank you very much, Aries, for joining me. If we had to look overall, these are great cards. Money situation is definitely going to improve. With love, it's good to talk things out. You know, look at the situation with logic, look at the reality, especially for those going through challenging times with your person. And for those who are currently single, there is definitely someone coming into your life. And you haven't met them yet, but they are coming. They're going to come with a lot of communication, because this person, they love to talk. Just remember that when you meet them, you're going to remember me, because all they do is talk. They love to talk. And with career, it comes down to if it feels right for you or if the ego is getting in the way here. So be very discerning about that. Thank you very much, Aries. Have an amazing week. And most of all, power to you. Bye, Aries.